Have you ever felt suffocated by the intense need to be understood? We live in an age where presence is measured by noise and value is weighed by reactions. We rush to explain and justify our every minor action, personal decision, or even our very existence. But stop for a moment and ask yourself, why are we so afraid of being misunderstood? From a deep psychological perspective, the compulsion to explain is actually a cry for help born of insecurity. We fear that if we remain silent, the world will weave a distorted version of who we are. We hand the key to our self-definition to others, hoping they will open a door of tolerance. But the harsh truth is, you owe the world no apology or report for your existence. Ancient philosopher Pythagoras once left a steel code for humanity. Be silent, or let thy words be worth more than silence. When you begin the journey of ceasing to explain, that is the moment you truly begin to own yourself.
Why does silence have the power to make others afraid? Because silence creates an information void. Human psychology always tends to fill in these gaps. When you don't provide data, others are forced to use what is already in their own minds to judge you. And guess what? What they throw at you, malice, suspicion, or criticism, is not actually you. It is projection. They are seeing the fragments, fears, and ugliness they are trying to flee within themselves. Lao Tzu taught, silence is a source of great strength. When you maintain stillness in the face of provocation, you not only preserve your energy, but also hold a naked mirror before your opponent. Your silence forces them to hear the chaotic noise inside their own heads. If your actions are true to your conscience, does the understanding of someone not on your wavelength truly add any value to you? What are your thoughts? Please comment below the video.
In a society where everything is exposed on social media, where every meal and thought is reported to the world, disappearing becomes a revolutionary act. Many people mistakenly believe that the more they are present, the more important they are. But social psychology indicates that overpresence often leads to contempt. Scarcity is what defines value. A diamond is precious not because it is hard, but because it is not easily found everywhere. Seneca once reminded us, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. We fear the world's forgetfulness, but in truth, that forgetfulness is the most fertile ground for cultivating your inner power. Don't brag about your future plans. Build your kingdom in the shadows, free from the interference of opposing views, where your focus is absolute and secure. When you reappear, every word you speak will carry the weight of an institution, because it is no longer hollow talk seeking approval, but the result of a process tempered in silence.
He who can make you angry is your master. In a world of toxic relationships, silence is not just philosophy, it is a survival tactic. Learn how to become a gray rock, the gray rock method. Amidst the rushing river of life and those who seek aggression, become bland, still, and non-reactive. Why? Because your reaction is the lifeblood that toxic individuals crave. They need your anger, your justification, or your pain to feel powerful. Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught, we are not disturbed by what happens to us, but by our thoughts about what happens. Silence in the face of provocation is not weakness, it is ultimate contempt. You refuse to participate in a game where you already know the outcome is a useless drain on energy. Are you willing to trade the pure gold of your time for the shards of winning or losing an argument?
The ultimate purpose of silence is not to deal with the world, but to hear your own voice. In the noise of the crowd, we often hear the voices of parents, teachers, experts, social media, but our own voice is far too small. Solitude is not loneliness. Solitude is the forge where the will is tempered into cold steel. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, once wrote in Meditations, "Find the retreat within your own soul. It is an impregnable inner fortress." When you possess this self-mastery,
You no longer need applause to feel successful, nor do you need consolation to feel less pain. You are a steady mountain standing firm against the winds of public opinion. Clouds may obscure the mountain for a moment, but they can never shake its existence. Every second you maintain silence is a brick building the wall that protects your personal freedom.
We spend our whole lives learning how to speak, how to communicate, and how to persuade. But perhaps the hardest and most important lesson is learning how to be silent. Silence is the manifesto of a mature soul, a soul that no longer needs to prove anything to anyone. It is the source of a quiet power, a solid confidence that words can never fully describe. Before closing this video, I want to leave you with a question to carry through the rest of your journey. Tonight, when all the noise of the world outside fades away, if you shed all your titles, all your explanations, and all your social masks, who is the true person sitting in the darkness of that silence? Cherish silence as you cherish your own breath, because in that stillness you will find the most precious treasure you ever lost, yourself. Thank you for accompanying Silent Wisdom Mastery.